Yeah, Matthew, it's because I'm testing. What did that big bold text in the middle of the screen say? All right, hold on. All right, everyone. Apparently, I'm spicy tonight. No, I'm not actually. We're just playing some Super Mario Brothers. You thought YouTube glitched? No. Every time I start a stream, I do a testing session. That's what that message is there for, guys. So I'm just testing audio. That's it. I'm not testing the picture. Just audio. So yeah, I really did not think about what to stream tonight, and so at the very last minute, I decided to stream Super Mario Brothers because I kind of flipped my sleep schedule today. It's kind of a long story, but normally I work graveyards, but I've been up since about 6 a.m. Actually, before that. So it's been a long day for me, and so I didn't want to commit to something that was going to take me 5 to 8 plus hours to get through. And yeah, so I figured, hey, you know what? Let's play some Super Mario Brothers. I really don't I really don't need to be playing this on my channel again because I did a Let's Play of it not too long ago. It must have been sometime earlier this year. I can't remember. I did a full playthrough of the NES game, all 8 worlds and whatnot, on the second loop, I think, actually. So, but, you know, it's just one of those all-time classics that people obviously like seeing. We've had a lot of great, you know, chats in here already talking about what a classic it is and whatnot. So, you know, even though I've done it on my channel multiple times, it's still a personal favorite of mine, and I know you guys like to see it. And I think it's actually been a little while since we've actually covered a Nintendo property. So what we're gonna do is we'll probably run through the game twice. We'll run through every single level on loop 1, and then once you beat the game basically throws you into loop 2, which is, you know, the second quote-unquote second quest. So it's a little more difficult. Some platforms are made smaller, so they're harder to jump on. Some enemies have been turned into the black-shelled guys, which basically can't be killed unless they get knocked down a pit, and whatnot. So yeah, it should be a fun playthrough. It'll just be a relatively chill, relaxed stream. Nothing too crazy. This game's not that difficult. And yeah, so should be a good time. So before we jump into things, guys, let me do the old Patreon shout-outs and whatnot first. So thanks everyone that is continuing to support my channel via Patreon. For those of you guys that haven't checked it yet, I actually made a post on Patreon today looking for some questions for another question and answer session. I thought it had only been a couple months since we did our last Q&A, but it looks like it's been 5 months. This year is just flying by like crazy. So, hey, Raymond, thank you very much, sir, for that. I'm going to have to actually load up my my Streamlabs event list here so we can trigger that again. But thank you so much, sir, for that. You are extremely generous. Raymond's been super chatting like every stream now for the last few weeks. So thank you, sir. Thank you very, very much. And I will trigger that again so people can see that on the screen there. So, but Raymond says, just want to let you know I appreciate your work a lot. Keep it up. So thank you, man. I really, really appreciate it. But yeah, I posted a Q&A request on my Patreon page today, so definitely feel free to check that out. Drop some questions. Also, if you're on my Discord as a Patreon backer, I have a section there specifically for Q&A questions. So if you ever have a question off the top of your head, just go into the Discord, drop it there. I will see it, I will log it, and then when I get enough questions, I will I'll do a video. So. And obviously, thanks to the recent live stream super chatters and channel members as well. So thanks, guys, for your support. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and trigger that again. So thanks once again, Raymond. Ridley X says it's already off to a good start. It's always off to a good start. I mean, we've got a lot of people watching. It's we've got chat already. It's great. Garrett Spencer, what's going on? So Branch... I have not heard of that branch. No. Ridley X, good to see you back. Ridley X, Hernando. Liberal Arts Guy, welcome back, man. Yeah, just like Doom, you can never do too much Mario. We will be doing some Doom sometime soon. And speaking of first-person shooters, tonight I wanted to do Wolfenstein 3D on 3DO, but like I said, I've been up all day. That's probably going to, take 5+ hours to go through, so... we're going to have to push that off until another week, maybe next week, depending on how I feel. But yeah, we will do some Doom sometime soon. April, welcome back. The weather, actually the weather was kind of nasty today, believe it or not. We actually got our first snowfall, and it was a few inches, very slushy snow. I can't even remember the last time we had snowfall this heavy and this early. So... hope it's not a sign of things to come this winter. Crestline, welcome back, man. And Carlos, our princess is in the castle. Hey, Austin and Happy Company. Nebulous, Hexagon. Hey, Chris and Plant Games. This game will never catch on. Tom Troyer, welcome back. Let's see, who else was there? I think that was it. Solid Nate popped in for a minute. I think Solid Nate's doing his own stream here in a little bit. Nist, hey, welcome back. Righteous Force, if you're still out there. How's it going? And, hey, no reason. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. And I could probably turn up the volume. I actually completely forgot where I left my Elgato's volume settings after we did the test. That's the purpose of doing a test. I can get a good audio level, and then, well, never mind. So, all right. Oh man, Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, like I said, I've done multiple playthroughs of this on this channel before. So generally, I try to avoid doing duplicate content unless like the video quality is out of date and it needs to be redone, or maybe I'll do like a challenge run or something like that. But the nice thing about these live streams is I don't really care about that as much, and so maybe once a year, once every other year, I'll play some Super Mario Brothers or something like that. Another good example is actually the Mega Man games for NES. I plan on running through those sometime soon in a live stream, trying to do all 6 NES Mega Man games. I've already done that multiple times. I've done multiple Let's Plays on those. I did multiple live streams of them. But we're going to do them again, you know, because, you know, as my channel grows, there's going to be a lot of people joining us that haven't participated in a live stream of those. So, you know, with the live stream format, it doesn't hurt to, you know, to cover them again. Going good. Awesome, Righteous Force. Well, thanks for joining the stream. And absolutely, Carlos, after October, where I was doing a lot of, like, 8+ hour long streams, it's nice to kind of just chill out and relax a little bit and not have to dedicate a whole night to this stream format. So, do I really have to explain this game, by the way? I mean, should I explain all the ins and outs and how to play the game, or can I just kind of chill out tonight and just play without really talking about it? I mean, it's just Super Mario Brothers, and unless you've been living under a rock, like, you probably have played this game, or you've seen someone play this game. It's not really rocket science. We're not going to take the warp zones. You can go up top there to get to a warp zone, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go ahead and just play through the game straight up. Hey, Joseph, welcome back, and John Evan Bear. Yeah, I did hear about the Mario movie. I'm not really sure what's going on with it, but I did hear some vague rumblings about it, and that's basically where my knowledge of it stands at the moment. But yeah, we'll see how it turns out. I don't know. If Nintendo is actually overseeing it, you know, I think it'll probably end up turning out okay. But then again, I don't know. I haven't really cared about anything story-based with the Mario game in really, well, ever. And, you know, an animated Mario feature I haven't really seen since the old Super Mario Brothers cartoons back in the day. No Reason goes, I've never seen this super obscure game before. So with Bowser here, you can jump over him, or you can actually blast him with fireballs. Back in the day, we would always try to jump over him or run under him. But as an adult, I try to just keep the Fire Flower, because it makes fighting Bowser a lot easier. Now, Bowser in the first few castles is pretty much a cakewalk, but later on he throws out these long streams of hammers, and so he's actually kind of difficult to deal with at that point. Now, one of the things you can do in this game is, if you're Big Mario, you basically will shrink down to Little Mario when you take a hit. And you can actually use that as a strategy, because when you shrink down to Little Mario, you have many invincibility frames. You're invincible for a couple of seconds, it feels like. So you can tank, you can run straight into Bowser, you'll shrink to tiny Mario, but because you've got like a couple seconds of invincibility frames, you can just run right through him to the axe on the bridge and send Bowser to his death. So you can kind of cheese your way through the game, but if you're the kind of person that wants to try to get through, say, you know, try to do as well as you can without taking a hit, then having the Fire Flower definitely helps you out with that. And we've got those springs. With the springs, you have to press and hold the jump button at just the right time to propel yourself up really high. Matthew, welcome back, man. You're getting snow. Oh, you're getting our snow now, so I guess it... Wow, okay. Interesting, man. Hey, Boston Perf. He goes, what is this game? Oh, man. This is gonna be a good stream. I can feel it already. Having the Fire Flower also works really well underwater, as you can see. There are a lot of enemies that are just kind of a pain to deal with. And whenever I hear people complaining about the first Mario game, they always complain about the water stages. I've never personally ever had an issue with these stages. I kind of like them, to be honest. It's a nice change of pace. And it's a nice change of scenery and music. But if you're really having a hard time with the water areas in this game, get the Fire Flower and don't lose it. Hey, Kitsu. Yeah, it's really just about, like, with the springs, just pressing and holding the A button, sort of like as they're going down, and then just making sure you're holding on the A button until you're up in the air, and then you should be fine. Yeah, that's a common thing I hear about too. Is a lot of people seem to have problems with the springs. I want to say, now don't quote me on this, but I want to say they changed the physics on the springs in Super Mario Bros. 2, the Japanese one, the official sequel to this that only came out in Japan once upon a time. I'm pretty sure they changed the spring physics in that, to where, like, the springs don't operate exactly the same way. I really need to play through that and do a Let's Play or a stream of it. Hey, thank you, Nate. I appreciate it, my friend. And that's not good. Whoa. See, invincibility frames. You can tell you're invincible by Mario blinking. And as long as he's blinking, you won't take a hit. Imagine if Doom Guy went into Super Mario World. It would be no challenge. Oh, man. Yeah, if Doom Guy went into Super Mario World, I don't think it would be too pretty. So, I always have to remember this whenever I play, but there are some question blocks in this, extra life blocks, I should say, that only appear when certain criteria is met. And I don't remember exactly what that is. I know someone will leave a comment below letting me know. But one of the extra lives is there on that bridge. Ooh, I actually mistimed that. Look at that. See, there we go. Yeah, so if you don't time the spring just right, then you actually won't go up as high, and that actually threw me off. I thought I was going to go up higher than I actually did. So one of the nice things about this game is that little bit of, Finally, we got it! Yes! This is tricky to get. I actually have never gotten this up until, I think, last year or so. Does Luigi jump higher than Mario in this one? He does not. Yeah, so Luigi in this game was basically just the player 2 character. That's it. Alright, well, I'm pretty happy about that. Hackerman! But yeah, what I was gonna say is that one of the great things about this game is little bits of like sort of randomness here and there that sort of keeps the experience kind of lively. Like the springs, if you don't hit them just right, you know, like what your jump height that you're expecting, it's actually not gonna happen how you expect it, and it's gonna throw you off. So there's a lot of little things like that in this game that'll throw you off. So you have to really be on point when you're playing this. Things like the Hammer Brothers as well, like how they throw their hammers, always seems a little bit random. Same with Bowser and his hammers. You know, there's all sorts of stuff like that. Some of the bullet bills that come out later. But then one of the other things that just makes this game so much fun to play is its physics model, like how you know, it basically takes you a little while to get up to speed. And you've got some inertia when you're moving, so like even when you try to stop, you still kind of slide a little bit, and mastering that feels really, really good. And combined with all the other little, you know, elements in the game, some little bits of randomization, it is the game holds up surprisingly well. And when you go back to it and you look at it, you're like, you know, this game doesn't really look all that complex. It's definitely dated. But man, it's just so much fun to play once you get into it. Yeah, see, there's another extra life right here, and it's not appearing. That might be one of those extra... I think that extra life might actually only appear after you access the warp zone to this level. I think that might be the criteria that's required, is get to this level via the warp zone, and then the extra life will appear. It might be something like that. I don't remember. Luigi jumps higher in Super Mario All-Stars. Does he actually jump higher in All-Stars when you're playing the original Super Mario Brothers? I don't know. I know he does when you play Super Mario Brothers 2. Or The Lost Levels. Yeah, so one thing I had also considered doing tonight was doing Super Mario Bros. 3 on, you know, Super Mario All-Stars. People had requested that I do a full playthrough of it on stream. And if you hit this block here, this will take you to another warp zone. That's actually how you can skip to the final world in the game. So you can actually, you know, beat the game in just a couple of minutes if you're using the warp zones. You know, back when, you know, this game was retro already, but it still wasn't really, like, people didn't really talk about it anymore. You know, we're probably talking Dreamcast and PS2 era. Remember telling some friends, like, I could beat the game in, like, 10 minutes, and they were like, that's impossible. And I'd record videos of them with an old camcorder and send it to them. You need all the coins in 3-3 for that 1-up. Okay. Thanks for that, Meat Pill. No reason to even know what Call of Duty is. Have you ever branched out from Doom? I know No Reason plays a lot of Doom. Hey, Tony. Alright, so, two of the, castles have these puzzle elements. You have to find a very specific route, otherwise it'll just keep looping over and over again. Now, one nice addition in the Super Mario Bros. All-Stars versions is there's a little ding when you've gone the correct way. And I'm clearly not going the correct way. There we go. We went the right way. You can tell you went the right way because the whole scene changes. And these are the types of sections that I always have to re-figure out. And this is another reason why the Fire Flower is really awesome, because you can just sit all the way back and snipe Bowser from a distance. No, Kitsu, it's not. It's actually Doom 6. Doom Guy grows a stash. I've never done that before, Branch. Yeah, sorry, man. So I'm not going to be able to show that off. So now we've got the bullet bills. And for all of one of you that haven't seen this game before, you can traverse your way down the pipes, which is nice. So, you know, when you're kind of playing this game for the first time and you're trying to get through it, try to go down every pipe. The pipes will always kind of warp you ahead in the level. And this is another reason why I like to keep the Fire Flower, because these guys are a major pain to deal with. Even though I've been playing this game since I was like 5 years old, I still have a hard time with the Hammer Brothers. So, having the Fire Flower just makes them so much easier to deal with. And they basically jump up and down platforms as well, kind of like this. You can try to smack them from down below. Sometimes they'll be at the top, they'll jump all the way down to the bottom. Sometimes they'll be on the middle one, they'll jump down to the bottom or the top. It's kind of a crapshoot. Again, that's a little bit of that randomization kicking into play like I was talking about. They don't always jump in the same order. So you've kind of got to be on your toes. I had to speedrun Super Mario Brothers. I know it's very difficult. There's a lot of like super tight precision involved, but man, it just feels so good to just like blaze through this game without stopping. I mean, I'm gonna do loop 2 as well. So we're going through the whole game, start to finish, and then we're gonna do the same thing with loop 2, so you guys can see the, you know, the difficulty differences. It's not a huge difference, to be honest with you, but it is a difference nonetheless. So. And if I really wanted to, I could try to do the one-up trick again. Yeah, the one-up trick there requires hard-shelled enemies, and it's kind of tricky to do. But when you like sort of like study how people do it, like you can set it up and line it up and do it yourself. One of the nice things is I have a flash card with save states on it, the save state functionality. And so what I was able to do is just load up, or basically create a save state, and when I messed up, I would just load the state and just try again. And try again. And then I eventually got it. I got it to where I was pretty consistent with it. Although that was sometime last year, I believe. And Super Mario Brothers isn't a game I play all the time. I do fire it up on stream. On Twitch, once every now and then, if I'm just doing like an NES variety stream just for fun. I can't play the Lost Levels Literal Arts guy. I don't. It's a Famicom Disk System game. Famicom. It's a Famicom Disk System game, and I haven't been able to get those working on my flash card yet. So yeah, I don't even have access to it at the moment. But, I mean, maybe, like, I don't know, if we get bored, maybe we can even do Super Mario Brothers 2. USA, I mean. Not Japanese. Ah, man, nothing, huh? And that should be something. There we go. Aww. We messed it up. I was like, I was gonna try to do the one-up trick again. I can't remember if this is actually a thing or not, but back in the day when I would watch some neighbors play this game, they knew the one-up trick, and they would get so many one-ups that the game would crash. If anybody knows details on that, feel free to post them in the chat. So those guys are bloopers, and you can actually just let them go all the way down to the bottom of the screen. They actually won't touch you. That's nice. Like, this game really has some interesting physics. Like, not many games up to this point on consoles had unique physics like this that were dynamic. It's one of the many reasons why Super Mario Brothers felt so advanced compared to anything that had come before it. You know, its physics was a big reason for that, and I think it's something that a lot of people kind of forget about, or they don't really think about. Like, they think, oh, it's, you know, fun colors and, you know, smooth scrolling, and smooth scrolling was definitely a big part of it, but man, the way the game feels is, I think, was a huge part of its allure, you know? And it's the big reason why the game still holds up really well today. Because the physics that were sort of pioneered with Super Mario Brothers, you still see the same type of physics in modern games today. You know, the inertia and the sort of like the weighty feel. It's not to say Super Mario Brothers was the first game with physics like that, but on consoles in particular, it was probably the first game that just nailed it, like, perfectly. I always forget which way to go on this one. This one's always troublesome for me. We'll figure it out. Eventually. We might die a couple times, but we'll get it. Mario 1 versus Mario 3. I actually prefer Mario 1's physics. I like the weightier feel of this game, personally speaking. I mean, Mario 3 has... I don't know, Mario 3 has great physics too. That was kind of an evolution of this as well. And actually, to be honest with you, Mario 3 can still feel pretty weighty too. Just not quite as weighty. Hey, look at this! I got it! Woo! Oh, but yeah, as far as like weighty physics are concerned, this is definitely my favorite of those. But as far as like nice, snappy, very fast and brisk feeling physics, Super Mario World will definitely be my go-to. That game is just so snappy, so much fun to play. And there should be a star right there. So this is the final world in the game. We're already on the final world, guys. So, hey, girl geek. Well, let's hope you don't have an aneurysm, Raymond, because that would be really bad. I'll try not to cut It's been a long, tough journey, but it's been worth it. Yeah, so the final world, if I don't get the Fire Flower, there's a good chance we are gonna die, because the final world is long. But we do have the chance of getting the Fire Flower here. I believe on both sections here, with the Hammer Brothers, there are power-ups. Look at you guys. What are you doing? See? There we go. Oh! Gonna give myself an aneurysm. So this is actually really important for this part. If you can get the Fire Flower here, then this part becomes a cakewalk. But this is probably one of the toughest parts in the game, because you've got to take on multiple Hammer Brothers without the luxury of being able to, you know, run under them as they're on a higher platform, or run over them. You have to actually deal with them head on. It was kind of a clever design choice, to be honest with you. We're at the second to last level in the game, and then the difficulty, you know, gets cranked up quite a bit. And it's kind of tamed by later game and later Mario standards, but I think it was just good design. I did break... Oh, see, that's actually going to hurt me, though. I was looking at chat. That's going to hurt me on this part. Oh, that's a really tight jump, too, by the way. So, this level is kind of a maze. I think there are multiple ways to go through it, but this is the way I always do it. And what you'll see speedrunners do there on that part is they'll wall jump. You can actually wall jump in this game. It's insanely difficult to do, though. But I think this game is actually kind of where, like, they got the wall jump idea for later Mario games. I don't know if the wall jump was actually intentional, but it is entirely possible. And I'm pretty sure Miyamoto and team took that to heart and basically made it a feature in later Mario games. Oh! Death by physics. Slide physics. Hey, Roy. Welcome back. Yeah, so, I mean, in the first Super Mario Brothers, you know, in these castles, you pretty much go all the way back to the beginning. I mean, it's pretty much the case with any level, I believe. I don't think I've ever actually done the wall jump, though. That's definitely something I'd like to practice. Oh, that was close. I thought I jumped a little too early. It was one of those bugs they saw, and they were like, you know, it's not really game-breaking or anything. And if someone pulls it off and manages to control it, it's more of a feature. So that's really cool. Alright, we did it! Yeah, so the problem with just sitting in front of Bowser like that is sometimes he'll breathe his fire while he's still on the ground, and so you have to watch out for that. Alright, so now what you can do is when the game resets, you can press B to warp to whatever world you want. But any world you play now is the second quest. So, or loop 2. So, thank you guys, thank you guys. Yeah, so I can press B and go to different worlds, or we can just go to World 1 again. So pretty much all the Goombas have been replaced with the black-shelled guys. Congratulations, your story is happy end. Thank you guys, thank you. Yeah, you'll notice that enemies are also faster now. And I guess since I don't have a gazillion lives, I should probably, you know, actually get some coins now. Liberal arts guy, I have no idea how to do that, man. Sorry. Can't go to something I don't know how to do. I wish I was that good. Yeah, so the platforms are also smaller. Oops. I'm mistiming my jumps though. Every time I fall off the edge like that, it's because I'm mistiming my jump. Oh yeah, Greg, yeah. Yeah, you can play it again. It's basically hard mode. So for anyone that wants to play hard mode, but you don't want to go through the whole game, you can just use the warp zone trick to beat the game in like, you know, beat the game in 5 or 10 minutes or something like that. And then, oops, splat. And then you can, you know, basically access the hard mode pretty quickly and easily. Extra life? Yeah, so you can see that they're bullet bills now. Like, early on in the game. And now even the early castles are tougher. So the Fire isn't quite as useful as it was in Loop 1, but it's still useful. The piranha plants are still basically the same as before. So the fire flower is good for those guys. It's also still good for the Koopa Troopas. Basically the green and red-shelled turtles. And pretty much anything else, it's not good for. Oh, well. Hammer Brothers. Can't forget the Hammer Brothers. Yeah. Yep. I'm surprised that many people didn't know that this had a second loop. Yeah, you know, I don't think we ever really, like, we always knew about the second loop back in the day, but, like my friends and I, but I don't think we ever really played it much, to be honest with you. I know we've gone through the game, or we went through the game multiple times back then. On the second loop, that was close. But, yeah, I don't think it was something I ever did very often. It's not until recently, really, in these last few years, that I started playing the second loop a lot more often. Yeah, no, absolutely, Ridley. That's what's fun about the Fire Flower, is, like, it's not a gimme. Like, you have to actually be able to aim with it, and you have to be able to kind of, like, judge, like, where the fireballs are going to go, where they're going to bounce to. You have to know their arc, and, you've got to be good with the. Yep, the crown symbol in lives, yeah. From getting way too many lives. Oh, I was too slow. Woo! I thought I could just skim right past that, but nope. Yeah, I love the second loop because it is definitely more difficult, and one of the issues with the first Super Mario Bros. For me personally is I've been playing the games for so long that it's really not much of a challenge these days. I mean, even World 8 used to be like the bane of our existence, you know, my friends and I. But these days, you know, I can walk through World 8 in my sleep. So having a second loop that's harder makes it more interesting for me, personally. That was actually the block I needed. Yeah, that's actually another reason why I, you know, really enjoy second loops in other NES games, too, like the Castlevania games. Or even just, like, trying to challenge myself in games that don't have second loops, like the Ninja Gaidens. Because, it kind of, like, injects a little bit of new life into the games that I am, already really good at. Or really comfortable with. Yeah, it is kind of interesting that this game has checkpoints outside the castles, but it doesn't have checkpoints in the castles. I always thought that was kind of neat. There is not a third loop. I mean, you could play it a third time, but it doesn't get any more difficult, unfortunately. Twice in one playthrough. I'm okay with that. Yeah, Boston Burf, I forgot to update those. Thanks for the heads up. I'll update those after this. It honestly doesn't really matter that much. I mean, I don't even know, like, how much those hashtags are making a difference in terms of, like, search and whatnot. I think the hashtags are basically going to replace the traditional tags. Alright, so... There we go. It should be updated in just a moment. World 3-2. Oh. Thought I could, like, get just past him as the invincibility wore off. I mean, you definitely want to tag all your videos, Boston Burf, absolutely, like, with the hashtags, because you never know what YouTube's gonna do with their system. It's constantly evolving, it's constantly changing, they're adding features, they're removing features, and based on what I've heard, it from, like, you know, the actual YouTube engineering team, is that they do not stress tags at all, like the old-fashioned tags. They say, you know, don't spend a lot of time filling those out, you know, but they do want you focusing on the new hashtag thing, which makes me think that the old tag functionality might end up disappearing someday. So you definitely want to have your, you know, your hashtags filled out. I haven't gone through all my videos to hashtag them. It's such a time-consuming process. Especially now, I've got like 600 something videos, I think, that are public. So like, that's a lot of damn videos I have to go through manually, one by one, to hashtag them. And the longer I do this, the longer it takes me to make changes like that. Like, like if I get like an affiliate link or something and I want to go like paste them into every single video I have, God, it takes all night, man, and it's not very fun. And it's the same sort of thing with hashtags. Yeah, I mean, what I might end up doing is just going through, like, batches of videos, you know, just a little bit here, a little bit there, hashtagging some, and then just not worrying about others, and just letting my I don't know, just letting my new videos be hashtagged and just have that be it. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and just go over the top again. Sort of. Yeah, so if you're not trying to play with the warp zones in mind, you need to make sure you fall back down there, otherwise you basically get stuck going to a warp zone. Yeah, so what we'll do after this playthrough is I'll do a warp zone run of Loop 2, so you guys can sort of see where some of the warp zones are located. Most people already know where they are, but in case you're, for some reason, new to this game or you haven't played it much, I'll go ahead and show them off just so you can see them. It's another one of the really fun things about Super Mario Brothers is that was also a very unique feature in its day. I don't know if it was the first game with warp zones, but it was the first game that I think popularized the concept. It was the game that popularized the concept. And, oops, I think we need to go this way? I don't remember. We're gonna have to refigure this out all over again. It's me, a Doom Guy! Mamma mia! Who says this isn't a ROM, Ridley? I mean, I'm not saying it's a ROM, but it's a ROM. I mean, technically, whether you're playing on a flash card or on a real cartridge, you're still playing a ROM. But yes, I know what you meant, though. Yeah, I actually read about the Lakitu patch. Apparently, I guess it's in the code. It's just not really. It's not activated, and the patch basically activates that, which is cool. What I'd like to do is maybe play like a fan hack or something with just like new levels. Ooh, crown and a white block. It's I feel empowered. Oh, crap. Yeah, so one thing I want to do one of these days is do the Versus Super Mario Brothers, which was the Super Mario Brothers arcade game. Which is actually considerably more difficult than the original Super Mario Brothers. It has a lot of the same level layouts, but it also has a lot of brand new level layouts too. And some of the level layouts that are the same are much more difficult. And that's currently available on the Nintendo Switch as an Arcade Archives title. Now I need to play it some more, but when I last played it there was definitely some input lag, which made it kind of difficult to play compared to the NES game. Oh, I'm sure they are, Branch. I'm just saying, we're here, like, it would be cool to play some Super Mario 1 ROM hacks, since, you know, we're playing Super Mario 1 right now. I'm gonna have to check my flashcard, see if I've got anything like that on here. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Whoops, that was close. Oh, jeez. I really don't want to lose my fire flower. You wonder what Doom would be like with no quick saves and having lives, and if you run, you have to start from the beginning. Oh yeah, if you run, I have to start from the beginning. I don't think it would be anywhere near as fun. I think Doom would be a lot harder for people, and as such, it wouldn't be as popular as it is. Yeah, I think having quick saves gives it a lot of flexibility. You know, you can challenge yourself and not use them, but most people have to use them. So yeah, so when I play classic Doom, I actually don't quick save when I'm playing just the old traditional standard maps. I just play through them from start to finish. That's just how I've always played for a really long time. But when it comes to custom Doom WODs, I don't usually do them saveless because the ones I play in particular are very difficult. I mean, there are some other ones I play that aren't super difficult. Like, I was playing Ancient Aliens today, earlier, on Twitch, and, I was still dying, and I'd have to do the levels over and over again, and then I got, you know, not really flustered, I just got bored playing the same thing over and over again. And I basically gave up on the playthrough, and I just went ahead and played a different map set. You know, so I do try saveless occasionally, but on the map sets I usually play, it's not as much fun for me. I don't have the patience that other people do, because I want to progress through the game. I don't want to spend hours on one little thing. Hey, Christopher Margot. Yeah, I mean, most of the console ports of Doom back in the day don't have quick saves. So, yeah, you have to do the whole level over again when you die. Oops. I ran too far. Yeah, I mean, the first the first home port that didn't, or the first home port that had quick saves was, I think, it was the Tapwave Zodiac version of Doom 2. I think that was basically just like the PC version. I'm pretty sure you could save anywhere in that. And then there was the Doom conversion and Doom 2 conversion for Doom 3 Collector's Edition on Xbox. Those allowed you to save anywhere you wanted. Because again, they were basically straight PC ports. Hey, CM Retro. Welcome back, man. It isn't a run if you save. Yeah, I don't do runs, though. No reason. I just play the game. I don't record demos, either. I'm not one of the cool kids. I just like to play the game. Also, since I stream it, I like to actually show people farther into the game instead of playing the same map for 5 hours at a time. Unless I'm testing one of your maps, of course. Then I have to show them the same map for 5 hours and some. enjoy watching streamers that, you know, will just grind away in the same map for ages and ages. It's just, it's not just Doom, it's any game. If they get stuck at a part and they're there for hours, I tune out. I'm like, okay. But yeah, I mean, I love going through stuff that I love going through stuff saveless that I'm really comfortable with. So, the original Doom, the original Quake, the original Wolfenstein 3D, even to a certain extent. Yeah, I really love doing those saveless. But once you start getting into like custom maps that, you know, significantly raise the difficulty, I lose the interest to do them saveless. Man, we're almost at 7-4 already. Jeez. I was expecting each playthrough to take like an hour, and here we are like an hour and a quarter in where we've almost done 2 runs already. Gotcha, no reason, okay. So you got a version 2, is your version 2 different from the one you sent me the other day on Doom World? Oh, it is newer than the one you gave me, okay. Entirely revamped map 7. Oops. Oh yeah, liberal arts guy, that's, is it a run if your character doesn't actually run? Rid shot. But yeah, liberal arts guy, that's, I figured that's what you meant. So no worries, man. Speedrunning a game is just butchering it without enjoying it? Well, I think that's a pretty limited way of looking at it, to be honest. And tell your friend I said that. I mean, for one, you gotta understand that some people enjoy speedrunning. They enjoy picking a game apart. Like, that's fun to them. You know? So, basically, saying you're butchering the fun is kind of like... It's a little one-sided, you know? A little misunderstanding. But yeah, I mean, it's another thing, though, to say, you know, that's not fun for me. That's cool, but... But it's definitely fun for other people. I mean, I follow Twitch streamers that all they do is speedrun. All they do is just... pick apart a game, and they just try to get better and better and better at it. And it's cool. It's cool watching them. Well, it's not always cool watching them, because again, just like I said, I'm not always into watching people repeat things over and over and over again. But, yeah, no, people enjoy that. Otherwise, they wouldn't speedrun. And, I mean, I think regardless of who you are, you gotta admit, it's pretty damn cool when you see someone master a game like that. Quake speedruns are your favorite. Yeah, and you know what? Quake was actually the first game I ever saw speedrun, thanks to Quake Done Quick, which was an old demo you could download back in the day, and just run it within the game. I learned a lot of really interesting tricks by watching that run. I don't think, really, any games back in the day were specifically designed to be speedrun, to be honest with you. I think some games were designed with, like, a certain kind of flow in mind. But speedrun? Eh. Now, there are a lot of, like, modern indie games in particular that are created with speedrunning in mind. But, back in the day, it's a very new concept. I mean, I know Super Mario Bros. Was speedrun back in the day. But... yeah, I don't really think a lot of old games were actually designed with speedrunning in mind. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. I don't know. Blue power. Blue block power. Alright, so final world. Final level. Let's see if we can actually get to the, get to Bowser with the Fire Flower. I have, Raymond, yeah. Yeah, speedrunning RPGs, I don't find as interesting unless it's an RPG I'm really, really familiar with, like the original Final Fantasy. I did really enjoy that run at Games Done Quick. It was either... I don't think it was this past AGDQ. I think it might have been Summer Games Done Quick, or it might have been AGDQ last year. But knowing, like, the manipulation they have to do with their steps is really interesting, actually. And so when you know, like, kind of how to play the game and how the game normally flows, and you see some of the things they do, it's like, you're like, wow, I never would have thought about that. It's really amazing they get through the game at, you know, such a low level or so quickly. Yeah, we're way at the end for the second time, Nate. This is the second loop. So... still trying to find out how to get the blue key quick in episode 3, map 2. Is the blue key the one that... yeah, the blue key is the one that falls down below. That pretty much, I think, you end up having to, like, rocket boost off some enemies or something, or... I can't remember. Ooh, sorry to hear that, Nate. Hey, Leo, thank you, man. Carlos says, what's next? Well, what I guess we'll do is pause the game on the ending, apparently, because you can do that. We will do a quick warp zone run. And then I'll sort of take a look at my old, the old flash cart here. He turned around. You jackass. Hey, Lord JP. One life left. Alright, so the first warp zone is up here. And there were a bunch of warp zones, you know, over the course of the playthrough. We'll just do this. We'll go straight to World 4. Red Dead 2 is one of your all-time favorites. Nice. Yeah, I've been hearing great things about it. I will probably not play it. Hey, hey, extra life. I most certainly did not get all the coins in World 1-3, because I didn't even go to World 1-3, so... Not really sure how that works. Which is why I thought it was, like, Warp Zone oriented. I don't think Solid 8 is in school, Liberal Arts guy. At least I haven't heard him mention anything about school. Alright, so warp zone number 2 is here. There's actually another set of warp zones too if you jump all the way over to the, you know, the top of the ceiling. But this is the one you get, or you want to access if you want to go straight to the end of the game. It's almost as good as Doom 2016. Well, it's a different kind of game than Doom 2016. Not to see that I'm, like, averse to open world games. Like, I loved Breath of the Wild. But I just don't, you know, I just feel like I don't have the time to play them. They take so much time to go through. It's not your internet, Carlos. It's mine, apparently. We are dropping frames. It happens, people. It happens. Unfortunately, we had some pretty bad weather today, so that could be a part of it. Oops. Alright, so I'm going to sort of cheat my way through this one. We're going to try to use the fire flower trick again. Just to make life easier. Oh, come on. Alright, whatever. Gonna give myself an aneurysm. Jeez. Woo! What is Myth? What kind of game is it? No, they're talking about, Myth. It's a... Myth 2? It's a computer game, I believe. Late 90s PC game. From what I understand. At least I think it's PC. I don't think it's console. Real-time tactics games. Huh, well, that was good. Got really lucky on that hammer, brother. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Ridley. And John Evan. Raymond. I don't know, let's see what we got here. Does this template even work? Oh, the template does still work. I haven't used this in such a long time. I don't know, let's see what we got. I have a feeling a lot of these hacks won't be for the first Super Mario Brothers. Okay, so this is interesting. I had this on my cart, and apparently this is Super Mario Brothers Special. This was actually originally a computer-only game developed by Hudson back in the day, but it looks like someone hacked together a Famicom ROM version of it. So we're going to go ahead and mess around with this for a little bit. How about some Adventure Island then? Oh, man. Oh, man, you guys should have said that before I loaded this up. Oh, man. We'll play this for a few minutes, or maybe longer. And if you guys really want to see some Adventure Island, I could switch over to that. So let's try this out. See what this is like. It looks like it's got the same kind of palette that's used for Japanese Super Mario Brothers too, which is cool. Basically, our lost levels. I think MSX might have been like PC-88, some other computers like that. I should actually do a stream of the MSX one. That'd be cool. You see how basic the level design is. Like, you could tell it wasn't exactly designed by Miyamoto and his team. Have I played any of the newer Mario platformers? Raymond, I played, yeah, I played Mario Galaxy in the Wii. I actually beat that. I played a little bit of Mario Galaxy 2. I played a lot of I played a lot of Super Mario 3D World. And then I played a bunch of the new Super Mario Bros. Games as well. More so the Wii U version, so New Super Mario Bros. U. Yeah, no, I mean, you know, Nintendo's levels weren't super intricate either, but they've got like just a nice flow to them, and these just feel clunkier in comparison. They don't have like that smooth flow. Also, I'm noticing like a lot of the pipes, there aren't piranha plants coming out like there are in the original game. I mean, granted, this, from what I can tell, is just a ROM hack version of Super Mario Bros. Special. Like, this wasn't, like, a legitimate thing on Famicom. So, that could also be a part of it. But Super Mario Bros. Special was a single screen game. Like, there was no scrolling. So you'd go off, like, the right-hand edge of the screen, and it would load up a new screen. And so maybe a lot of these screens worked better with that setup. Maybe they make a little more sense with that setup. MSX Metal Gear 1 and 2? Probably not. I probably won't ever cover those. Man, our viewer count just dropped off like crazy. People are like, man, I wanted to see Adventure Island. Man. I still need to see this. I need to experiment with more, Okay, look at this. This looks so sloppy, man. And I think that actually would have been a chance to do a wall jump. I think to wall jump, like, you have to get stuck in the wall. I don't know. I mean, it's still cool to see. Are you familiar, Ridley, with the level layouts? Like, are these layouts faithful to the original game? I never played the original Super Mario Bros. Special for more than like a couple minutes. Mainly just the MSX version. So I used to emulate a lot of MSX games, which I need to do again sometime soon. I might actually do that. I might emulate MSX on one of my spare computers. Just for fun. And we can maybe do some streams on YouTube. Super Mario Frustration? I have not, no. Wait, what? It doesn't automatically do it for me. I had full control. So goofy. I like that though. Castle being underground. Yeah, they're pretty much the same. Okay, I still remember from watching the game recently. Even the inner pipe you just saw in 2-2. Okay, very cool. Well, that's good to know, Ridley. Yeah, because I have really had no idea how faithful it was. Because, like I said, I haven't put much time into the original Super Mario Bros. Special. But that's cool. Oh, we can't get that now. Not gonna be fast enough. Nah. I have probably seen the video, Liberal Arts Guy. I think I know exactly what you're talking about. No, this is a Sort of a Famicom ROM hack of Super Mario Bros. Special, which was an old Japanese computer version of Super Mario Bros. Pretty much all brand new levels and whatnot. Doesn't seem to be as well designed as the original NES stages, but it's still pretty cool to see. Especially running on the Famicom. It's one of the great things about having a flash card. You can mess around with oh, okay, that was trippy. We're bringing some Simon's Quest to Super Mario, apparently. The illusory walls. I can't remember, weren't there underground castles in the Lost Levels? I really don't remember. But I feel like it's not the first time I've seen something like that, or maybe I'm just thinking of, like, my Super Mario Maker levels. That's another game we need to play. We need to do some Mario Maker on the Wii U before Nintendo takes that sucker offline, because you know they will eventually. Well, you should just get a flashcard, Kitsu. But if you do buy stuff from Starland, if you use that affiliate link, I'll basically get a small kickback. It doesn't cost you anything extra. So yeah, definitely use that link if you do shop at Starland. That goes for anyone else out there. And you'll probably see that link in a bunch of different, you know, YouTubers' description pages, especially the bigger YouTubers, but I've known the owner of Starland for like 20 years now, almost, and so he reached out to me directly a few months back to be like, hey, keep up the good work, you know, use this link if you think people might shop here. I was like, sweet. I don't think anyone's ever actually used it though. But it is there for anyone that shops there. I need to log into my affiliate page with them just to see. But yeah, I don't think anyone's actually used it. Oh, that's interesting. Still touching him. Color a dinosaur gameplay. Well, copious amounts of alcohol would have to be involved with that one, and that's usually something I don't do on a YouTube stream. So we may never see it here. I love that you can run, duck, and then jump, and Mario will still retain his ducking pose as he flies through the air. Are there cars you can buy on eBay that have the ROMs? Well, I mean, you really shouldn't be paying people for that sort of thing. I mean, there probably are. You can probably buy flashcards on eBay that have all the ROMs on them, but I don't personally recommend doing that, because that's effectively actual piracy. You know, I'd be a little careful with that, personally speaking. You buy the flashcard, you go get the ROMs yourself. Okay, that's one thing, but when you're paying someone else to give you ROMs, then that's basically piracy. It's technically against eBay's terms of service, too. So, you know, as a seller, the seller could get into, you know, could be in a hot mess by doing that. Although eBay doesn't seem to be cracking down on that stuff at all. There are all sorts of reproductions and multi-carts available on eBay. think eBay is basically turning a blind eye to that stuff. Or they just don't know any better when it comes to video games. I have plenty of flashcards, liberal arts guy. I mean, that's how I'm able to play so many different games on this channel. If I had to go out and buy every single rare game, or even every single game that I played here, I would have gone broke in like the first week I was doing this channel. So, yes, no flashcards. I've preached the flashcard gospel many times here. And whenever I do, you know, I sound like a broken record, but yeah, the flashcards are great. I basically treat flashcards like emulation. Except instead of, you know, running a software emulator, you have the benefit of using original hardware. So, you're playing on a, you know, proper screen, whatever your setup is, you're playing with the original controller. If you're playing on a CRT, you've got no input lag. But you have the benefit of just having a device with as many ROMs as you want loaded onto it. And it's fantastic. Barbie gameplay. Let's put that in the same category as Color a Dinosaur, Raymond. The hammer from Donkey Kong is some weird predecessor to the P-Wing that lets you swim in the air. I haven't seen them so far, Ridley. So I'm gonna assume they're probably not in this. Because that probably would have required some serious reprogramming. It doesn't sound like, the guys that made this did that. I wonder if this is a puzzle. Are we really on World 4-4? For some reason I thought we were farther than that. I thought we were on like World 7 or something. Oops, I did it again. Generally, liberal arts guy, yeah. Just add the ROMs yourself. It's easy. You just drag and drop them onto your computer, you know. So most flashcards will take, most flashcards will take, like, SD cards. So you just load the SD card on your computer. Drag the ROMs, and then you're good to go. Looks like this is sort of a puzzle. You just have to go the right way, but looks like they were dead ends. So we go up, and we have to go up again. And now we go down, so up, up, down. Down, left, right. Yeah, A, B, A, B, select start. Alright, I'm not liking this level. I'm having to actually use my brain in an unfamiliar way, and I don't like that. Dicks. Favorite Mario game? It'd be a toss-up between this and Mario World. Kind of depends on the mood I'm in. I love them both. Both great games. Hey, Chris Bennett, welcome back. Yeah, we are playing Super Mario Brothers Special, which is a ROM hack of the Japanese computer-only Super Mario Brothers game. Or one of the Japanese. I think there were two. I thought there were two. No, maybe there's only one. I don't remember. I'll have to look into it again. But we actually ran through the original Super Mario Brothers twice. We did the first loop and the second loop, every single level in the game. And then we did a quick Warp Zone only run. Oops! Mario's like, I have no regrets! Mamma mia! Get me out of this hellhole! I am tripping balls! Yeah, I'm not really sure what we're gonna do after this, because, yeah, the stream's been going on for almost 2 hours now. I was actually expecting this to be a 2-hour-long stream, but I wasn't also expecting to beat the original game so quickly. Whoa, branded Nintendo games. I mean, it could be that fatty, or it could be it's just a freaking amazing game. I'm going to go with the second one. I am depressed. Crap. I did it again. There we go. Another Castlevania game? No. Nah. Doom or Mario? I choose not to participate in this question. Because living in a world where there's only one or the other is a very, very, very depressing world. I'd rather just not think about it. Oops! Hey, hey, bloopers! Out in the air. That's cool. That's something that happens in Super Mario Brothers 2. Or the Lost Levels. As I always have to clarify, because I know someone's gonna think I'm saying Super Mario Brothers 2, the USA version. You've always used warps to beat this game. It's fun going through without using warps. I mean, you get to see a whole bunch of other levels that you miss out on when you use warps. Back when I was a kid, I always used warps. But as an adult, I try to go through the whole game. Just because, for one, it actually, when you're decent at the game, it actually doesn't take that long. But, you generally just see a lot more of the game. It's fun. Hey, Chris goes, I missed the 90s. Wait, no I don't. No, I don't actually. Yeah, I can't say I missed the 90s either, because the 90s would mean I would be in middle school and high school. And those are some of my least favorite years of my life. Particularly middle school. Man, screw those 2 years. I mean, honestly, I wasn't really a fan of elementary school either. But... yeah. Well, I mean, Brandon, we're not playing the original game right now. We're playing a ROM hack of a Japanese-only computer game. So yeah, you probably shouldn't have ever seen these levels unless you play this ROM hack. Yeah, I mean, just a heads up again, guys. We've already beaten the original Super Mario Brothers technically 3 times. And now we're just kind of messing around with other things. Via the glory of flashcards. That's a lot of question mark blocks. I'm sorry, liberal arts guy. I guess, you know, we all can't love perfection. Oh, why did I do that? Splat. Affiliate revenue? What? Oh, hey, I gotcha. Okay, thanks, Kitsu. That will probably be my first, to be honest with you. I haven't heard from a single person saying, "Hey, I've used that Starland affiliate link." You knew that? You're just seeing if I did. Sure, sure, sure. Hey, Phoenix? When Mario gets bored. Well, I mean, there are a lot of different ways to look at that, Carlos. I mean, you say, "Oh man, yeah, the '90s were so great. We didn't have DLC or you know, microtransactions." It's like, well, in the '90s, we also didn't have Steam sales. Oh. And emulation kind of sucked back then. Flashcards didn't exist. Well, I shouldn't say they didn't exist. There might have, I think there were I think there were definitely multi-carts back then. You know, we didn't have the Xbox or the GameCube or the PlayStation 2 in the 90s. Yeah. It is a ROM hack. Not really a Super Mario Brothers 2. It's apparently a conversion of a Japanese-only Mario computer game. Mario Brothers Special. But yeah, they use textures and whatnot from Super Mario Brothers 2. Which is pretty cool. I like that. And I missed it. Really hope I don't have to go in any of those pipes. Oops! Thought I could jump through that gap. I do miss that wrench. I do miss that, man. Back when getting a set of like 300 plus NES games didn't actually cost that much. Like, some of the games actually cost like a quarter or 50 cents. It was glorious. Even decent games. These levels are getting a little more complex now. They're a little more interesting to play. Yeah, I mean, there are, don't get me wrong, like, I'm being facetious in a way when I kind of, like, give you guys a hard time for missing past decades so much. But, I mean, there are things I definitely appreciated more, back then than I did now, like, the smartphone thing, you know? Huh, that's weird. No flag. The smartphone thing, you know, nowadays, like, everyone's glued to their smartphone. I walk outside, and everyone's staring down into this screen. It's kind of disheartening, actually. I mean, then, you know, back in the 90s, people actually, you know, looked at each other and acknowledged each other, and... when they sat down and ate a meal for, you know, at dinner, they actually looked at each other, and they conversed with each other. Not to say that doesn't happen these days, but cell phones have become, I don't know. They're keeping people very, very distracted, which is unfortunate. But I mean, on the flip side, there are a lot of great things about modern tech. I mean, hell, just like it was already mentioned today, you know, streaming and video uploads and whatnot. Hey, Fatty, thank you for the super chat. Hashtag spotlight for Luigi. You've got much better Doom wads these days. But what if someone's watching me on their phone? Well, if someone was watching me on their phone and they were like, you know, eating dinner with like their wife, I'd be like, get off your phone. Stop watching me. I want it to be like the 50s where like if you disagreed with someone you could punch them. Or someone was being a complete jackass to you, you could just like knock them out. Nowadays you try to do that sort of thing and like your ass is probably going to jail. That's really unfortunate. I think people would be a lot nicer to each other if you could actually, like, you know, if it went back to sort of like the old days, where like you just clock someone in the face. I'm almost like not joking. Because when you know, like, you can get your lights knocked out, I think you know, you would probably act a little more respectable to your peers. This is some interesting platforming. I like that. I like that. Hang on, honey. Austin's about to get the World 8-4. Well, I mean, if you're like a gaming couple, like I've got some gaming couples that watch me. I've got several actually. It's really cool when I hear that. Like, what is, I think Town of Harris is one. Like, he'll be watching, he'll be like, oh, the wife just walked by, she says hi. Like, they both watch. It's awesome. I love hearing stuff like that. Oh, geez, we have another puzzle. Oh, hey. That was a little uncomfortable. I wonder if I have to go over the top somehow. Have I played Brutal Doom? Oh yeah, Fatty, absolutely. Yeah, I played a lot of Brutal Doom. I'm trying, game. I'm trying. I think you're supposed to come up here. And we're dead. Nope, can't make that. Let's just kill ourselves. Have I ever streamed Brutal Doom? Not on YouTube. But I will, eventually. What we'll probably end up doing is going through the original Doom or Doom 2 with Brutal Doom. No Reason's over there, like, saying to himself, "Don't do it! Don't do it!" Brutal Doom is for schmucks. Don't be a schmuck, Austin. I am completely at a loss as to what I'm supposed to do here. Pretty sure I've gone down, like, every combination of pipes. And every combination of lava. Oh. I've tried that, actually, no reason. I'd love to do it more, except my computer pretty much drops to, like, 1 frame a second. If not worse. If I play like map 11 especially, I can't run Sunder at all with Brutal Doom. It's bad. So all right, let's try something else. Oh, this must be a hack of Super Mario Bros. 2 exactly, because it asks me to save the RAM. That's funny. All right, let's see what we've got here. Oh, it was a joke. Gotcha. No, it is pretty horribly optimized. I agree. Although, to be fair, you can disable a lot of its, you know, fancy graphical effects to get it to speed up a little bit. But still, yeah, I agree. So this one's for Liberal Arts Guy, and then we can do a quick bout of Adventure Island, and we can just confuse the living hell out of people that stop in. But this is the frustration Super Mario Brothers that he was talking about. Yeah, no Star Wars. You guys probably won't ever see me play Star Wars, unfortunately, because I'll get copyright claims for it. So, alright. We're going to be hearing that a lot. What? Hey, hey, Dudley. Okay. Oh yeah, you'll see Blaster Master eventually, James. Absolutely. Yes, no reason. I am trying that liberal arts guy, actually. Thank you. Yeah, you have to jump like the second you appear, apparently. What the? Oh, yeah. This is gonna be something, all right. Oh, nice, Gary. Hell yeah, man. Well, let me know what you think of it. I was playing it for a little bit longer today, you know, because it's running so smooth now. It's a lot more fun when it runs well. I keep mistiming my jump. He does not want to jump. So hateful, Carlos. Oh. Okay. Super BS Bros. Do 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 do. Oh, nice. Nice, Gary. That's awesome. Yeah, it's cool showing people games like that and having them be interested in them. I mean, I still don't think it's like a phenomenal game, but it is a lot more fun when it runs smooth. And it was a lot more fun kind of like knowing where to go. I ended up like ripping through the first like chapter of the game really quickly, actually. Oops. You better believe it, John Evan. I wonder how long this level is. It is just one level, right? Or is it like a whole game? Hey, Doomstash. Doomstash. I want to see what a Doomstash looks like. It's like a mustache shaped in like the Doom logo. Dude, your timing's got to be just right. Are you serious? It is a whole game? Oh man, this is the sort of thing I need to use save states on. Like, save state every level. Or, like, save my progress partway through. Oh, so close. It's me, a crippling depression. Crippling depression. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm terrible with voices. Oops. Jumped too early. And I jumped too late. And again. Oh, you dick. Oh. Ah, I keep missing this first jump. Too early. Hey, Wayne. Unfair Mario, what is that? My hands are sweating. Ugh. Although that could be because I have the heat turned on now. Dude, this is such a crapshoot. Ugh. I wonder if the 100 lives mode on Mario Maker is like a throwback to this. I keep mistiming it, man. Ah. Hey, see ya, Nist. Take care. Have a good night. There we go. So I think what I'm doing wrong is I don't think you can jump if you're holding forward. Like on this very specific moment. But you can still hold down B. I think that's exactly what I'm doing wrong. Yeah. I'm a lot more consistent with it now. I jumped too late. You have such a small window. Like, you've got a couple pixel window where you can jump. And if you jump too early, you fall into the pit. If you jump too late, you hit your head on the block. And you fall in the pit. Ah. Do it again. And again. Hey, no problem, James. Take care. Alright, I think it's enough of that. At least we tried it. At least we tried it. Oh, man. I'm terrible at video games, guys. That just proved it. Which is the better party game? I don't know. Whichever one you prefer. I mean, there are two different types of games, Fatty. I mean, you're talking a racing game versus a fighting game. Alright, well, people were asking for this, so we're going to go ahead and do this, even though it has nothing to do with Super Mario Brothers. But we're going to go ahead and just confuse the hell out of like people that just stumble into the chat. Actually, I haven't played this in a while. Yeah, it's been a while. Hey, see ya, Branch. Hey. Wonder Boy, my favorite. It's the better Wonder Boy. Yeah, that Quake live stream was a disaster. Oh, but back to Fatty's question. Personally, myself speaking, I prefer Mario Kart over Smash Brothers. I mean, if I was big in the fighting games, still, maybe I'd prefer Smash Brothers. Yeah, Mario Kart 64 in particular, that's my favorite Mario Kart. Alright, see you, Branch. Again. I think I already said bye. But bye again. Oops. Mario Kart can be some rage-inducing stuff. Yeah, I felt like Mario Kart 64 was more balanced with the power-ups in a way. Like, I felt like there was a lot more skill involved in actually winning in like a multiplayer match. And don't get me wrong, like, you know, there's still a lot of skill involved in the newer ones too, but whenever I played those in multiplayer, you know, it was like, you'd get blue shelled all the damn time. And it wasn't that much fun. It was like a roulette, basically. I didn't like that. And I didn't feel like Mario Kart 64 was as much of a roulette. I mean, that aspect was still there, but I don't think it was as bad. I mean, same with the original Mario Kart on Super Nintendo. I think, you know, with like the different bikes and vehicles you can choose from in later Mario Karts, I think that also kind of made things a little unbalanced as well. Like there is a clear best vehicle you can choose in those games, and if you're not playing as those vehicles, then you're pretty much guaranteed to lose. You know, to me that's the equivalent of having a fighting game where, like, one character is overpowered, and when you play in competition, everybody plays as the same character. And that's not that much fun. Although I guess you still have that in older Mario Karts as well, to a degree, because, like, certain characters were better than others. So, maybe I'm just talking out of my butt right now. Yeah, I might stream on Twitch after this, no reason. I need to practice for some Let's Plays, so I can record a Let's Play this weekend. Not sure what game I'm gonna do. I haven't put a lot of thought into it. I haven't focused on it at all this week like I should have. Hey, night, John Evan. Take care. Alright, see you no reason. Pacific or perfect. Stay a while and listen. Oops, why did I do that? Right on, Crestline. Yeah, we're probably not going to be at this for long. I'll probably get my first game over, which won't be too long from now, and then we'll probably call it a stream. Yeah, because I was really only planning on playing through the original Super Mario Brothers a couple times, but we ended up doing it so quickly, and I figured we should experiment with some hacks, which was cool. That was fun. And, yeah. Solid Nate requested Adventure Island, and he's not even here anymore. I'm pretty sure he had to do his own stream. But everyone else was like, yeah, Adventure Island, do it! So here we are. It sort of fits in with Mario, the Mario theme. Because this was one of the earlier scrolling platforms on the system. Scrolling platformers. What kind of games do you like to play? Retro ones. I mean, you could take a look through my channel. I like to play lots of games. And actually, we'll go ahead and, oops! Never mind, we won't. Let's see if it'll let us... Oh, nope. We're screwed. Alright, well, we messed that up. I messed up the continue code. I thought it was A in start. I think it's, like, up in start or left in start. It's been a while since I played the game. Yeah, Carlos. Take credit for something you didn't do. Actually, you probably did it, and I just wasn't paying attention. So yeah, that was Super Mario Brothers and a teensy tiny bit of Adventure Islands, per the request of Carlos, apparently. So thank you, Carlos. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and head out. It's gonna be, you know, a relatively short stream tonight, but it was still a fun stream. So thanks to everyone that hung out. Thanks to Raymond and Fatty for the old super chat. I appreciate that. I'm gonna actually double check, make sure I didn't miss anybody. Yeah, Raymond and Fatty. So thank you guys for the super chats. I appreciate it. And this archive should probably be up, assuming I'm still awake. This archive should be up in a couple hours, maybe sooner, because the stream is less than 4 hours long, so it shouldn't take very long to process, if at all. But yeah, it was cool messing around with those ROM hacks too. I'll have to try some more of those and you know, see how they are. Hey, no problems, April. Thanks for lurking. Hey, no problem, Carlos. So just another heads up, my Let's Play coming up this Sunday is another challenge Let's Play. So for those of you guys that have liked, let's say, those Ninja Gaiden sword only runs or Castlevania whip only, you know, another one of those is going to be posted on Sunday, so watch out for that. I need to go practice for some other Let's Plays. I'll probably do that on Twitch after this. Not sure if we'll be here Saturday. With how these last few weeks have been, I probably won't be, but kind of all depends on how I feel and how my sleep schedule turns out to be. But we'll see. We will be doing some. We'll be doing some Mega Man on stream sometime soon. We're gonna do some Wolfenstein 3D on 3DO sometime soon. We're gonna do a little bit more Doom sometime soon, so watch out for that. I'll try to get to that Super Mario All-Star, Super Mario 3 run that people requested. What else is there? So much to think about, so little time. And then we'll get back to Castlevania as well. I know you guys want to see some of those other Castlevania games I haven't covered yet. So... But, alrighty guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do the old final Patreon thanks again and whatnot, so thanks everyone, as always, for watching and whatnot, but also, especially thanks to everyone that is directly supporting my channel via Patreon and Super Chats and all that stuff. Again, just a reminder for Patreon backers, I made a post over there, asking about another Q&A session, so if you want to see another Q&A video, make sure you respond to that post, or go to my Discord and post a question in the Q&A section on my Discord. Also, to everyone else that's not a patron, I am planning on opening up Discord to everybody. I just haven't done that yet. I'm still gonna have a Patreon-only section. This is how a lot of, like, YouTubers handle their Discord. They usually open it up to everybody, but have a specific section just for Patreon backers. So I think that's how I'm gonna handle it. I'd like to get more people in the Discord so we have more conversations and whatnot going on. Right now, it's kind of, you know, we have a couple people that post regularly, once a while anyway, but it's usually the same couple of people. And not much else is going on, so we can open that up and get more people in there. Maybe we can get some fun conversations happening. Also, it's a kind of a way to keep in touch with me off stream. So, but I'll make a video when that happens, and I'll make a community post as well. That should pop up on your smartphone feed and whatnot. But I'll definitely announce that when it happens. X7 far in the future? Yeah, it's probably far in the future. I actually sold my PS2 copy, but I did get the Mega Man X Legacy Collection, so when we do it, we'll play that version. But yeah, it's not on the radar right now. So next Thursday is Thanksgiving. Will I stream? I'm planning on streaming. I told my mom that I'm probably not going to be coming over for Thanksgiving. It's you know, the parents and my brother, which I want to see, but then it's like my mom's brothers, two of her brothers, like their friends, and it's the same thing every year. I sit there not saying anything, and it's just kind of like a drag. So I told them that I probably won't come by. And what makes it extra easy is that, you know, I work the night shift. I'm not usually up till 7:30 or 8 at night anyway, so, like, Thanksgiving is basically over by the time I wake up. So I will probably still stream next week. I don't see why not. I'm definitely going to make a point to stream next week. What I'm going to stream, I have no idea. But we will, more likely than not, stream. So... But, alrighty guys, that is pretty much it. I'll go ahead and wrap it up here. So thanks again for watching. Archive should be up in, you know, hopefully shortly. If not, it should be up in a couple hours. New Let's Play will be coming Sunday. If I'm awake and up to it, maybe I'll stream Saturday, maybe I won't. I don't know. But yeah, and again, Patreon backers, go ask some questions so we can get another Q&A session going. So... But yes, Mike, you did miss the party, unfortunately. We are done. But yeah, the archive will be up shortly. And yeah. So 1, 2, 3 Actionful, welcome back. We are heading out, but thanks for stopping in. And yeah, you guys take it easy. So yeah, see you later.